and time keeps dragging.
That's right, Land of the Free, Home of the Brave. Now the homeland, the lockdown homeland, with all these predatory defense contractor companies putting in the tracking grid, MIT admitting it's a prisoner grid for all of us, and the average person out there still sucking their thumb as the military-industrial complex owned by the big banks openly declares war on us and is massing huge paramilitary force against us. Wow. So, Michigan man charged with a felony could face 5 years in prison for reading his wife's email. 49-year-old Queens woman had bruises all over her body. We have links to the photos. After she was handcuffed, arrested, and brutally beaten by NYPD officers. So what was her offense? The officers thought that her little dog had left some poop that she didn't clean up. Number 3, a 56-year-old woman who was once a rape victim refused to let airport security officials, not servants, feel her breast. So she was thrown to the floor, put in handcuffs, and arrested, and now banned from flying. Oh, yeah. And soon it's going to be banned from leaving your house. They admit that. I mean, Homeland Security says you're not going to leave your house without RFID tracker chip in your license. It's all public. It's total evil. But again, the average coward will never admit they're under attack, so they'll just say to themselves, good, I submit to it. Good, I submit to it. Drive to a checkpoint with cops with needles to take your blood. Good, I submit to it. They put more drugs in your water. Good, I submit to it. And when you get that diagnosis of cancer at 37, 38, you submit to it. You submit, you submit, you submit. They will not admit they're under attack, and they love it. Sorry. I'm ranting. In Milwaukee, one man was recently fined $500 for swearing on a public bus. Number 5, several years ago, a 12-year-old boy in South Carolina was actually arrested by police for opening up a Christmas present early against his family's wishes. And you see the family's trained to call the cops on their son. You know, don't spank your kid. Just call the cops. We'll throw them in juvenile. They can learn how to do drugs. In some areas of the country, it is now a crime not to recycle. For example, the city of Cleveland has announced plans to sort through trash cans to ensure that people are actually recycling according to city guidelines. That started 10 years ago in England, and now it's here. Number 7, a 12-year-old girl from Queens was arrested earlier this year and taken out of school in handcuffs for writing Lex was here, 2-1-10, and I love my friends Abby and Faith on her desk. You know, why not just make her stay late and scrub it off? Number 8, back in 2008, a 13-year-old boy in Florida was actually arrested by police for passing gas in class. Number 9, the feds recently raided an Amish farmer at 5 a.m. in the morning because they claimed that he was engaged in interstate sale of raw milk in violation of federal law, selling it to his neighbors. Number 10, a few years ago, a 10-year-old girl was arrested and searched with a felony, charged with a felony for bringing a small steak knife to school. It turns out that all she wanted to do was cut up her lunch so that she could eat it. There was one of those this week where the dad and the girl, she was, by the way, one of the top students in the class in the school about to graduate. They have matching lunch boxes. The mom got them. She took her dad's that had a small butter knife in it, but it was metal. Boom. She is probably not going to be able to graduate. She's in deep trouble. She's suspended right now. On the 18th of June, 2 Christians decided they would peacefully pass out copies of the Gospel of John on a public sidewalk outside a public Islamic festival in Dearborn, Michigan. And within 3 minutes, 8 police surrounded them and placed them under arrest. Oh, yeah. I mean, that happens all the time now. And these cops have no authority. They just do it. And they like it. You tell them Constitution, they start laughing. Those cops don't know it's the Constitution that protects their private property, their liberty, their freedoms, but they don't care. Because most of them are on steroids and have low IQs. By the way, that's in the news. They're now openly encouraging cops to inject roids. And up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they're paying to have the cops inject them. So look out, folks. Of course, they catch you on anabolic steroids, you're going to prison. But hey, that's how it works. Government is king, you're a slave. Government follows one rule, you another. Number 12, a U.S. district judge slapped a $500 fine on a Massachusetts fisherman, Robert J. Eldridge, for untangling a giant whale from its nets and setting it free. So what was his crime? Well, according to the court, Eldridge was supposed to call state authorities and wait for them to do it. See, the message is you don't do anything for yourself. The message is you're not allowed to do anything. Government has to do it. Like in England, you defend yourself with your fists in your own homes. They throw the book at you. You smash a vase over an intruder's head because you're disarmed, you go to jail. You've seen all those cases. The message is, you don't do anything. We're criminal government. We don't like you defending yourself. Number 13, a food fight in a cafeteria may have gotten you detention. Now it may get you locked up. 25 students, between 11 and 15 at the school in Chicago, taken into custody. 14, a few years ago, a 70-year-old grandmother was actually put in handcuffs and hauled off to jail for having a brown lawn. Well, you don't water your lawn, you're going to prison. We'll be right back with all the latest police state news.